Right now, millions of people are trying to learn AI. They're drowning in tutorials, hoarding prompts, chasing every new tool that hits their feed. And they're working hard, but for most of them, nothing clicks. There's no real breakthrough, no tangible result. Just more tabs, more confusion, and a growing sense that maybe they're just not techy enough. So let's ask the uncomfortable question. What if the problem isn't you? What if the problem is the entire broken way we're being taught to learn AI? In this video, I'm going to expose why the mainstream approach to learning AI sets you up for failure. Then I'll give you a clear, focused, and intelligent path, a learning system designed not for hobbyists, but for professionals who need to get real-world results. This is about replacing overwhelm with ownership. No hype, no overwhelm, just a smarter way forward.
The chaos. Why learning AI feels so broken. If you feel like you're running on a treadmill, it's not your fault. The ecosystem is designed to overwhelm you. The tool trap. Every week there's a new game-changing tool. You jump from ChatGPT to Claude to Midjourney to some new automation platform, never mastering one. You become a perpetual tourist in the land of AI. The expert noise. Everyone is screaming conflicting advice. One guru says prompt engineering is everything. Another says forget prompts, learn AI agents. A third says you must learn to code. This creates a paralyzing sense that you have to learn everything to get started. The abstract curricula. Most courses teach you about AI, not how to do things with AI. You learn the history of neural networks and a list of 100 prompts, but you have no project, no context, no why. It's like learning the physics of internal combustion without ever learning how to drive a car. The result? Tutorial hell. You're watching hours of content. You can talk about AI, but you can't apply it meaningfully to your day. This gap between knowledge and action kills confidence. The internet didn't make AI confusing. It turned learning it into a chaotic, directionless sport. The root failure. Learning tools, not problems. Here is the single biggest mistake 95% of people make, and it's the core of why they fail. They start with the tool, not the problem. Their first question is, which AI tool should I learn? This is a catastrophic starting point. It's like deciding to master a hammer before knowing if you need to build a house, fix a fence, or sculpt a statue. Without a problem, every tool feels equally important and equally useless. Let me illustrate. Person A learns Midjourney. They can generate 100 random images of cyberpunk cats. It's fun for a day. Then they ask, now what? Person B is a blogger with a problem. My articles need unique featured images, and I have no budget for stock photos. Then they learn Midjourney. They practice until they can consistently generate on-brand images for their articles. They've just solved a problem and saved money. Person B gains a skill. Person A collects a party trick. The difference is context. Tools learned in a vacuum are fragile knowledge. Tools learned in service of a real problem become integrated, powerful skills. The psychology of skill. How competence really forms. We need to understand how the human brain actually builds skill. It's not through passive consumption. It's through targeted, repetitive practice within a bounded environment. Think about learning a language. You didn't memorize the dictionary. You learned phrases for situations, ordering food, asking for directions. You used them, messed up, corrected, and built fluency in a context. AI fluency works the exact same way. True skill forms in this loop. 1. Trigger. A real task appears on your actual to-do list. 2. Attempt. You use AI to tackle it. 3. Feedback. You judge the output. Was it good? What was missing? 4. Refinement. You adjust your instructions, prompts, or your process or your own input. 5. Repetition. You do this again tomorrow on a similar task. This loop, repeated, builds intuition. You stop thinking about prompting and start thinking about collaborating. You learn what the AI is good at, where it fails, and where you need to step in. This is where tutorial theory turns into real, unshakable confidence. The Smarter Path, a 30-day fluency blueprint. Forget becoming an AI expert. Let's build AI fluency in one specific area. Here's your 30-day blueprint. Phase 1, Foundation Week, days 1 to 7, the strategic anchor. Step 1, pick your one role arena. Don't say professional, be specific. Are you a content creator, a project manager, an email marketer, an entrepreneur, or a student? This arena gives you boundaries. Step 2, identify your one high-impact repetitive task. Within your arena, what task eats your time, feels tedious, or is a bottleneck? Examples are content creator, writing video descriptions or social posts; project manager, writing status update emails; student, summarizing complex readings. Step 3, choose your one primary tool. For 90% of text-based tasks, start with ChatGPT or Claude. For image tasks, start with ChatGPT's DALL-E or Midjourney. One tool. Master its interface. Phase 2, Immersion and Iteration, days 8 to 23, the skill sprint. Your rule: for the next 2 weeks, you must use AI for that one task every single time it comes up. The daily process. Do it manually first, once. Write the first email or social post yourself. This clarifies your desired outcome. AI assist. Give the AI the context and your manual attempt as a starting point. Prompt: here's a social post I wrote about topic. Can you rewrite it in 3 different tones: professional, casual, and enthusiastic? Analyze, don't just accept. Compare the outputs. Which parts are better? Which are generic? This analysis is where your critical thinking grows. Hybridize. Create the final version by blending the best of your work and the AI's work. Week 2 twist. Start refining your prompts based on your analysis. Instead of rewrite this, try rewrite this for an audience of busy founders, focusing on saving time, and include one surprising statistic. Phase 3, Systemization and Expansion, days 24 to 30. Document your workflow. Write down your step-by-step process. Step 1, I write a messy first draft. Step 2, I prompt the AI with X format. Step 3, I edit for Y and Z. You now own a system. Controlled expansion. In the final days, ask, what is the next logical task in my workflow? If you mastered social posts, maybe the next task is generating content ideas. Apply the same immersive process to this new adjacent task. Your skill begins to scale. Beyond the 30 days, from fluency to mastery. After this 30-day cycle, something profound shifts. You are no longer a beginner. You are fluent in applying AI to your domain. Now you can intelligently explore. You can evaluate new tools based on whether they solve a specific problem you now understand, not just because they're shiny. Learning agents or automation becomes meaningful because you can see how they could connect the tasks you've already mastered. You develop taste and judgment, the irreplaceable human layer that guides the AI. You become a director, not just a user. Momentum has replaced confusion. You've built a foundation on a pillar of concrete results, not sandcastles of theoretical knowledge. So if your AI journey has felt chaotic and fruitless, hit the reset button. The goal was never to collect tools. The goal was to solve problems and amplify your own capabilities. Stop chasing. Start anchoring. Pick one role, one task, one tool for 30 days. That is the entire secret. That is the path from overwhelmed observer to competent, confident, augmented professional. The people who win with AI aren't geniuses. They're just people who learned the right thing the right way. They built a single strong pillar first. If you're ready to build your pillar, subscribe. Every week, we deconstruct another practical, no-fluff application of this principle, turning the noise of AI into a clear signal for your growth. The smarter path is simpler than you think. Start walking it today.